At this particular moment, I would like to delve right in, and I would like to have Honorable Member, please come onto the floor of the August House and give us your submission. We are glad to have you here.
Thank you so much, NTV, for giving us such an opportunity and bringing this live conversation being streamed live to the country and showing our problems as a region to the country. I'm Kaija Matthias Katuram, and I'm from Ave Maria Secondary School. So I'll first give a small background about unemployment that is disturbing us as Tooro sub-region, and mainly we are the ones disturbed as the youths in Tooro sub-region. We are the ones that are mostly unemployed. So we went and observed some of the causes that are leading to this. And one, we have the skill gaps, the rapid population growth in the region. We have the less industrialization, dependent on agriculture, which has been not commercialized. And we also have a topic about agriculture. We are depending on it, but it is less commercialized, and we are not actually benefiting from it. So it has also led to unemployment in such a way. Then the other issue is lack of capital or limited access to capital. I know there have been a number of programs that have been put up by the government, e.g. the PDM, the Mioga, and the whatever. But the criteria for accessing these programs or these funds is one that is hard. So we find ourselves, we as the youth, pushed at the wall so that we cannot not access these, and they actually have not helped the youth. Because you find the youth at my age, as someone gave us in his submission, that the youths internationally are regarded from 17 to 24. So you cannot tell me from 17 to 24 you will have a home. You will have a business that you would have already started to access this money, because they require you to have a home. And yet most of us are still might be renting on streets and whatever. So mainly I will speak about the skill gap, which has been affecting us, we as the Tooro sub-region. You know, we as schooling students, we have the people who were first produced by the old curriculum. And these people have a theoretic mindset. In the old curriculum, they were having a theoretic mindset. So that they produced a lot of people, but the people who want collar jobs. So we find ourselves at a wall or in a basket where most of them want collar jobs. And we find these people not getting them just because these people who are already in these jobs are not retiring. These people who are there, they are not going away. So we find ourselves that we are producing so much people, but we have lesser jobs. So that one was also a challenge. So maybe that is why the government came up with giving the new curriculum and is trying to set up vocational hubs so as to improvise on skills. But this one is also not followed up very well. Okay. So we as the youths, okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable Member, for that submission. Okay.
Thank you very, very much. It's very, very insightful. Honorable Member, please come and take to the floor of the August House and give us your submission. Please take onto the floor and give us your submission. Very insightful over there.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable members, you are welcome. I was very happy when I had an invitation for this August House. The issues all of my honorables have raised, for us as a DP, these are not issues. I am requesting you, Madam Speaker, to give me one volunteer where I will base to speak.
But you have 2 minutes.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Can I have a volunteer? Please.
No, I will not read it because the time is not my best friend. Stand in front of the people. This. The coverage first. You see that package? It has the components. All whatever you have said with that package, for us in Democratic Party, is nothing.
You because have all the solutions to the answers we're looking for. So, unemployment.
Everything.
Thank you.
So, Madam Speaker, I want to assure you.
Order, you're eating up the time of my honorable member. And I'll add him time if you eat it up. He has 2 minutes only, but you're eating. Yes, honorable member. So
Yeah.
give us some of the solutions to these problems that you have. You say, you see, let me take a look. Wow, okay.
The solution,
Yes, give us some of the way forwards. 1, to unemployment. 2, to the like we've looked at the price fluctuations of the different cash crops in the agricultural sector, coffee, tea. So give us some of the way forward.
Uganda to practice democracy.
Okay,
Because without democracy, nothing can happen.
okay. Can I have that? You can have a seat.
So let me submit on what the issue we are talking about.
Yes, please, honorable member.
Unemployment.
And is this you on the fly?
Yes, that
Hey.
is almost yes.
The honorable member is right here on this fly. Okay. He has all the answers. Okay,
Yes.
honorable member.
You can't have an employment opportunity at the same time you say that you have a problem of unemployment.
Okay.
When this government created these administrative centers, the districts, the local government and so on, the main reason they gave was to bring service nearer to the people, in order to solve the problem of unemployment. For example, we are in Fort Portal tourism city, a city which is supposed to employ 10 engineers, but we have almost, even one, sometimes back, even we didn't have any engineer. And you tell us that, for example, today in Uganda, we don't have the crisis of unemployment because the opportunity of employment is there. We have hospitals, we have these local governments, we have engineers, we have everything, every requirement. That's why you see that instead of our people being employed here, they go outside as doctors, but they go outside to work as shamba boys, something like that. So now, what is the way forward? Because you have given me a short time, I had a lot to talk about. We have 2 problems in this country.
Way forward, not problems. I want a way forward.
Way forward?
Yes.
To accept democracy to take place.
Okay.
Because without accepting democracy to take place, nothing will happen.
Thank you so much. The honorable member says we are going to practice democracy. Thank you so much. And when you look at this flyer, you are such a young man here. A very, very young man.
Dictatorship have made us to deliver.
Yeah, I'm seeing that dream. But keep that dream burning, honorable member. Don't let that dream die. One day we shall have that. I would like to have another honorable member. Are you ready?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I am Michaeline Mau from Ave Maria Secondary School, and I'm so glad to be part of this discussion. When I've heard many people discussing about the root cause of unemployment, indeed, in Tooro region, the Tooro region is not so much bad off, but more especially the youth are the most affected one. The root cause of this is lack of skills-based education. Most of the youth are fond of being out of being unskilled. Reason being corruption is eating up or what? Our youth. What am I trying to mean? You find I'm a student, attending my lectures at a certain university, and I spend most of my time in Kadankis and the rest. And by the time of coming to do the end of the course, I give money to the lecturer to give me free marks. Yes, you'll give me documents, but I will not have experience and some skills to apply during the field of work.
And the actual qualification will not.
Yes, having document without mindset, without something that can link you to something else is nothing. So this has been caused by the leaders, and more especially those people in certain institutions where students are attending their studies from.
Okay.
Another thing is lack of financing young entrepreneurs. Yes, we're made of different chances. I can have a chance of being prosperous in education, and another person can have a chance of being prosperous in business activities. Here I am a youth. I have a few capital to begin up my business, but during the course of But especially in a certain business, I find myself that maybe I'm bankrupt and I cannot prosper or go ahead with my business. But there are some people behind in the village looking to a certain person suffering or undergoing such a kind of hasslement, but they cannot bother that this person needs to be helped. So it's my cry, please, for those people who are capable to bring up the youth that have capacity and potential to pull up their lifestyle. Please put your hand. I rest my case.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member. Yes, Honorable Member, please give in your submission.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker.
Yes, please.
The honorable members, it is my pleasure to speak to this august house about unemployment and the future of agriculture in Tooro sub-region. Madam Speaker, we cannot discuss the future of agriculture in Tooro sub-region without talking about the deforestation that is going all over and wetland encroachment, whereby this is being done by people who are protected by men and women in uniform. It is the highly linked to state people that are authorized to do deforestation. A case in point is if you walked into just Kagora forest here, you will find that a lot of timber is being cut, natural forests are being cut down in the name of charcoal, in the name of timber, and people who are doing that are protected by men and women in uniform.
Okay.
Madam Speaker,
and the RCC is here. He will respond to that later.
Madam Speaker, we cannot talk about the future of agriculture when we are not looking at irrigation systems that are sufficient enough, that are effective enough to carry out the irrigation. When you look at the new development in the region, for instance, in terms of where I come from, there is a project of government which is co-funded that farmers are being enabled to access irrigation system. But from an engineering background, this system is meant to help you get water into the garden and use your hand to move to each plant, which is not far different from the bottle model of the president. He illustrated that you have to feed the bottle for the bottle to feed the plant. I don't think that this is realistic. What would be the essence of putting a 30 billion project in a place where you cannot provide electricity, in a place where you have not budgeted for at least solar system to power the project? It means that either we are having mediocres at the top of the game, doing the preliminary surveys, doing the implementation, not doing the cost-benefit analysis of how much money are we putting in this project and what would be the benefit of this project and how is it going to be running, the O&M. But Madam Speaker, as I wind up, allow me to throw some word on the skilling sector.
Finally. Our
Our skilling sector is still wanting. We have very few government technical institutes. Even the few technical institutes we have, to access a slot on government, you have to bribe or buy. But even when it is government, you are supposed to pay not less than 500 per term or per semester to ensure that you continue learning. I don't think that is what the people of Tooro deserve. People of Tooro deserve that the technical institutions are there, the vocational institutes are there, and they are not required to pay much, but also be able to get the skills and also are given an enabling environment to practice the skills they get from these technical institutions into the job market. I beg to submit.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member. Round of applause for the Honorable Member. You're still watching NTV People's Parliament, and we are coming to you from Tooro sub-region. Please give us a general overview of the state and actually the future of agriculture in Tooro sub-region. Why am I asking this is because Tooro sub-region has been famously known over the years for tea growing. However, we saw farmers very devastated, some of them getting away from their coffee plantations, saying that they get around 100 shillings to 150 for a kilogram of tea. It was so devastating. And to many, like you said, the youth are not enthusiastic about agriculture. But I think because it's sometimes because of those reports. So please tell us, finally.
You know, you are talking to someone who actually headed a committee, and I did a study on tea in East Africa.
That is why I'm directing the question to you.
And when we did the study, I warned the government, I think that was like 7 years ago.
Yes.
I warned the government, 10 years, I warned government that if they do not regulate the tea sector,
Yes.
then it will collapse. And that one is on record, because I presented the report to Parliament. I went to Rwanda. I saw how the tea in Rwanda is managed, the quality control, and how government intervention is very, very strong, including the provision of fertilizers and so on. And then I went to Kenya. I saw the same stuff. Now I came to Uganda. It is survival for the fittest. And then the Ugandan tea in the stock market, the auction market in Mombasa, was fetching the lowest price. And when I asked, why are we earning less than $1? Or if we have done well, $1 plus 1.2, and yet Rwanda was $4 a kilo. And they said, you have poor quality tea. So it means that here we were just producing quantity,
But not quality.
not quality. For me, it still remains that the government failure to provide the regulation that is required in the tea sector is part of the reasons why we have had that kind of situation. Because when you look at the coffee has been booming. And I think some of the tea farmers have resorted to coffee.
But the current coffee prices have also gone down. Also, the coffee farmers across the country are also
Yes,
seeing
and
another
I think the big answer is, can we process our coffee?
value addition.
Value addition. Many of these youth have been talking about the industrial park, and what we have agreed is the industrial park. A standard industrial park requires 600 acres, between 500 and 600 acres of land. And we agreed as a region. I am the chair of the Tooro MPs. We sat as a region and agreed that we distribute opportunities. Where it fails in one area, the other should provide.
Should at least provide and be able
So Chegegwa district has provided the 600 acres for the industrial park.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
the People's Parliament, for coming to Fort Portal. And I wish you the best when you are in this city. And please enjoy the beauty of Fort Portal.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable Member. For the submission, please, yes. I like.
Honorable Speaker, thank you so much for this opportunity, and the Honorable House. I'm Byakuyamba Peter. I work with the civil society, Tooro Civil Society Organization, or ToroNet, and they represent that constituency that might not be here. In terms of our region in agriculture, government has done an investment in agro-led investments, but all of them are idle. In terms of functionality, and the money investment is still low. If you look at the Chenjojo, they placed a milk cooling center in a tea growing area in Rugombe, and that is high investment. They placed a milk cooling point in Winyangavu, that is Rubona, and expecting to get milk from Rubona stock farm. And Rubona stock farm does not deliver the milk to that milk cooler.
So because of one particular farm,
That was anticipation, because the other farm has more cows, so it will be the first primary supplier.
yes.
And that facility is idle. If you look at the one that has been done in Rwangaju, they placed it without extending power. And now when there is no power, it is run on a generator. Then the cost which is running that facility is very high. So I think what is lacking is the relationship between the center and the local governments.
There are loopholes in the planning
Yes.
process.
The initial things which are required first are not done.
Yes.
If it was Gombe, they would have done the supply of cows first, so that the facility can work. If you look at Ruangaju, they would have extended power so that that facility can work. But the central comes and build those heavy facilities. There are very many white elephants in this region.
So
And
that
if-
makes me think that the region, actually, they are trying to add value to what
Yeah.
is not
what
yet
was
there
meant
yet.
to add value, it is idle. It is idle
Let
and
him finish,
non-functional.
and then I'm going to have you.
It is only in Bunyanga where there is one which was done in Karambe. They put a maize milling machine in a community which does not grow maize. And it has taken over 10 years. It is when the district has done a private-public partnership that facility has come to use. And that's why some people in Bunyangabu can have those maize from that plant. That shows that if we are planning well, all the non-functional facilities, if we can go for mobilizing farmers and do private-public partnership, and then make them operational, work on electricity, and then those facilities can serve the farmers so that there is value of the produce and people get more money. The other part on agriculture.
Finally, Honorable Member.
Yes.
Just in 30 seconds.
You
30
add me
seconds.
1 minute. The other part of agriculture is
But-
our farmers are having a problem of inputs. The cost of inputs is higher than the output. Fertilizers, buying pesticides which are non-functional, seeds cannot germinate, and that is a cost to a farmer. In terms of the unemployment for the youth priority, investment priorities are not taken care of for investment, financial allocation. If you look at sports, entertainment, arts, creativity, industry, if we can invest more on that, we can increase the employment for the youth.
Okay. Thank you very much, Honorable Member, for that submission. And that brings me to that question. If you're here, he has talked about a website. Think about it. If you're running a business, do you have a website? What is your strategy? Please, Honorable Member, give your submission.
Madam Speaker,
Yes, please.
I am Patrick Sisa from Kenjojo.
I beg your pardon on the name, sir?
Patrick Sisa
Patrick
from
Sisa.
Kenjojo. I'm a tea farmer, a coffee farmer, a teacher, a conflict analyst, and currently I'm into politics. I'm an aspiring member of parliament for Mwenge Central on an independent ticket. Madam Speaker, in your remarks at the start of this session, you did mention, and rightly so, that Tooro is a food basket of Uganda. You also mentioned, and rightly so, that Tooro is known for tea growing. It's unfortunate that most people do not pay keen attention to tea, Madam Speaker. We have 35 registered tea factories in this country, and 13 of those are in Tooro. 7 are in Kawarole, 6 are in Kenjojo. Madam Speaker, these tea factories, each of them employs an average of 120 people directly, and about 550 in the estates, and a host of so many others indirectly, because each of the farmers has pluckers and other workers on their gardens. So you're looking at about 10,000 employees in these tea factories. Now there is an ailing elephant in the region, and we're talking about unemployment. Most of these factories have been struggling because for the last 2 years, Madam Speaker, the price of tea in Uganda has been averaging 70 to 75 cents. And the cost of production of a kilo of tea is $1.10, which means these factories have been operating at a loss for about 2 years. But I also have some good news because the price is picking up.
Apart from, before you go there, apart from the factories, the farmers themselves, we could see some of the farmers abandoning their plantations because a kilogram was going for between 100 shillings.
Yes,
at some point, even 50 shillings.
Madam Speaker, before the slump, a kilo of green tea, a green leaf, went for 500, 600 shillings. Up until this year, early this year, a kilo had dropped to between 100 to 130. The good news is that currently a kilo is going for 300 farm gate, which is a slight improvement, and at least farmers can now make ends meet.
We are looking for the way forward. To you,
That's why I'm coming.
what are some, because
That's-
no, you're now having very limited time. Just
Madam
give me,
Speaker, as a matter of way forward.
my sergeant says you have 30 seconds. So I want you to at least give me what you think government can intervene in, from
Government
where,
needs
but also
to
what are
come
the
in.
potential solutions?
Government needs to come in different ways. One is regulating the quality of the product from the garden to the factory. Two is looking for alternative markets to the Mombasa auction market.
Okay.
I think the RCC talked about Congo. There is a very rich market in Congo. There is a very rich market in South Sudan. There is a very rich market in some of these Arab countries.
Whatever you're saying, the instability, you also talked about security, but all the markets you're saying,
Yeah,
but
I
still,
mean, these
let's-
are alternatives because Ugandan factories sell 95 of their products through the Mombasa
Yes.
auction market and about 3% internally. So looking for alternative markets, Madam Speaker, dealing with the inputs issue, the cost of the input issue, and reducing taxes on inputs, agricultural inputs. I think government can do more. And if an effort is made in the tea sector and the coffee sector, Madam Speaker and the honorable members, I can guarantee you that the issue of unemployment will be partly solved. I
Thank
beg
you.
to submit.
Thank you so much, honorable member. Okay, please give your submission
Thank you,
in 2
Honourable
minutes.
Speaker,
Yes, please.
honourable members of this August House, I really appreciate the submission. And as far as agriculture and employment is concerned, I will go straight to the point, especially on youth unemployment vis-a-vis agriculture.
Yes.
Besides being a representative, I'm a youth leader. Amani Patrick Kasoro is my name. We have a narrative as younger people, when we're talking about agriculture, we are thinking agriculture is a sector for failures as a generation, for people who have not made it. It's very, very hard to a great extent to find someone with a degree or master's and you tell him go and start doing piggery, poultry. They will say, my friend, we are being educated to look for white collar jobs. Forgetting as a generation, it's true, unemployment, even in America, there is unemployment. Uganda is just a growing country, a developing country, whereby unemployment, it's true, it's high than those developed countries. But how best can we engage to fight into this thing of unemployment? As younger people, I would urge outside there, it's true, but the best sector now we can engage in, besides some challenges of costs of inputs, might be poor pesticide that you have said, but can we concentrate in agriculture? We are talking of the land. It's true. Land, poultry, what does it need? Time back in 2013, came a Chinese company that looked for at least every week to take 10,000 kgs of rabbit. Even we had an organization called what? We failed to supply. What does keeping rabbit take? What does it need for a younger person to keep looking about a rabbit project? Today, many people that are looking for white meat. A poultry house, what does it need? Does it need the whole chunk of land? So I'm urging younger people, as we say all this, let us be job seekers, job creators, not the job seekers.
And you're calling for mindset change.
Mindset change. Though we are tasking the government, but also we have a role
to play.
And
I agree with you.
As
Thank
younger
you so
people.
much, honorable member. And there you have
Thank
it.
you so much.
Information, yes, please. Yes. A minute, no, 30 seconds.
It's okay.
Yes.
Madam Speaker,
Yes.
the issue of mindset change is just overrated here. I know it's an issue, yes, but it's just overrated. You may have been in Fort Portal for a short time. I will refer you to Kampala. Most border leaders in Kampala have degrees. Our boys and
Not
girls,
most, but some.
a very big number. Madam Speaker, boys and girls have taken heed of this call to change mindset, but things are still not working out. Madam Speaker, the issue people are not looking at here is one. There is an issue of a very high inflation and a regressive tax system in this country that cannot allow creatives operate. Madam Speaker, the issue of a high inflation and a regressive tax system is born out of one major ailment that this government has allowed to continue, prevail, until it just comes back, the issue of corruption. Madam Speaker, the issue
Now
of
you have
corruption.
deviated.
No, I'm not deviating, Madam Speaker.
You have, his point had nothing to
No,
do.
Madam Speaker,
His point was in line. Yes,
Madam
he's trying, no,
Speaker.
I see you're trying to bridge a gap there, but I'll give you, now you're cheating me
No,
in a way. You know, hold on, listen. His point was mainly about talking about the youth engaging in agriculture and
That's
how
the
they have
point.
shifted their mindset
But they have
from
changed
agriculture.
it. I'm
Yes.
saying they have changed it and nothing is happening.
Okay,
Because
thank you.
Madam Speaker,
But there are people who have benefited from it. Let us not, like the
Madam
RCC earlier
I'm
said,
not watering
let us
it
not
down.
take this the entire way down the drainage.
Madam Honorable Speaker, I've gotten his information,
Yes,
but
please.
just in
Can I
just
finish?
30 minutes.
Madam Speaker, we have been demonized. We
You're
have
demoralized.
not demonized. I will give an example of myself. I left school and had to volunteer for 3 months. The very first month I started getting paid, I was paid 500,000. I told myself, no, this is not going to work out. I said, let me go and try agriculture. Madam Speaker, I failed on starting up just a stay. Madam Speaker, people think agriculture itself is a cheap thing to start. Agriculture itself is damn expensive. You need to have amassed enough capital to even start up a small stay. A small state to start it up and start a small piggery project, you need at least not less than 3 million. To tell a graduate today who has just completed campus that get 4 million and start, you are simply being too much demonic or too much unfair.
Honorable member, please give us your submissions.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. We have talked about unemployment, and very many of us have actually brought very many working solutions, which are so major, but at times we forget out some small things which are actually need to be given a lot of attention. Realize that one of our honorable speakers from audience talked about the mindset of people. He actually talked about that they have gone ahead to change the mindset of people. But at times realize that when we also don't have the mindset of people being changed, when you come into the employment sector, still we shall be writing on water. When it comes to employment, realize that most employers focus on results other than what someone can actually do on ground or the practical skills of someone. So realize that in the bid of fighting or in the bid of cutting down unemployment, we are actually giving ourselves goals in a way that there are some minor issues that we are not actually working upon. So at this moment, we appreciate NTV for actually giving us such a ground to tell the entire public and everyone who is in the working class that when it comes to employment, employ basing on merit other than employing simply because you're focusing on results. And we also appreciate what the government has actually done in the new curriculum, as it has brought out people to actually have these practical skills such that they can be fit for the employment sector. Let's have a mindset in employing. Thank you so much.
You see? He was as brief as he could be. You honorable members, you're cheating yourselves for nothing. And the points are clear.
Thank you very much.
Yes, please. Go
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I'm called Andrew Ruhweza from Tooro Rwenzori Media Link. Now, I'm going to eat my 3 things in time. 1 goes to Bwana RCC. I'm called Ruhweza Andrew. Bwana RCC, for us, the youth, major, let me talk on the line of the youth. The youth are not happy, and you are the very people who are causing the youth to be in poverty. Why? President Museveni says the programs of the government that the youth, they have to get money, and people you have to give them starting capital, and you are giving the rich men money for PDM. And actually, from my parish, I was watching them, moving with them, LC2s, and those one who are concerned. You get someone who is renting, spent like 10 years at the village, working from there, and is a hard-working person, and you don't want to give that money, and you want the national ID, you take the phone number. It means you've took the whole person, and because that I'm renting, I'm not a Ugandan. So you people, you majorly the Bwana RCC, you change that system, because everyone is a Ugandan too.
Thank you, honorable member. Oh, that you've already used up that time. Okay, highlight them so that you can address them. Just highlight them. Highlight 2 and 3.
Yes. 1, PDM.
Yes.
Secondly, you build the industrial hubs to skill the youth.
What do you
because
want?
they have no land to graze cows and what not. You skill them, they go alongside the road, they start to do their things. Lastly, when then the government also, you tell President Museveni, because he's the one actually sometimes is causing poverty here. For example, we've been here, now the construction of Buhinga Playground. He brought the army, yet we are the very people who are supposed to engage on that activity, then we make money. And he brought UPDF now. Are we all soldiers? Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Finally.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
I apologize.
And for recording purposes, my name is Rwamuhumbu. I'm a leader from the National Unity Platform for this region.
You could have just go on, we see the color on the shirt. Please,
I will be very brief. We are talking about unemployment, and we need to discuss on these issues even after here. Who are these people who are in unemployment? Do we have those who are seeking the jobs? Are the jobs available? Now, the problem that we have in this country is that we have a system that is patronizing government projects for politics. For instance, PDM is not supposed to be there. Let me give you an example. This financial year, government has projected 1.59 trillion for PDM for this country. The industrial park for Tooro in Shembogo needs 600 billion, and it could employ 40,000 young people from this region. The construction of Buhinga Stadium needs 150 billion only, and it could employ over 30,000 young people. It means what government is prioritizing in PDM can do industrialization and employ young people, and they get their own money and engage in wealth creation.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member. Now I'm going to invite the cow, like I was earlier told. I need you to take onto the floor. One, we're talking about unemployment. However, earlier we had discussions of understaffing and also a ban on recruitment. But please, I want you to just indicate, don't delve deep into the notebook. Just tell us what is the way forward.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, please.
And the members present, I have heard what you have said in terms of employment.
With 2 minutes, Carl.
You know, here the district cannot employ everyone. There are some specific offices that should be filled. The moment they are filled, we wait for that person to retire or resign or die. That's how the system is. And if someone is recruited as a young man between 24 years, you wait for him to work for 60 years. He's either promoted or he abandoned the job. But if he stays at the district, we still can contain that project for that period of time. Now currently, in primary schools, if we can say so, the primary schools here in Kabarole, we are supposed to have 649 teachers. Currently, we have 530. We have a difference of 119. We have been on a ban for recruitment. It has just been lifted. And when it was lifted, last year we recruited. This time we have made the recruitment plan, forwarded the Ministry of Public Service for approval, so that we get the wage and we employ. It does not mean that when the post falls vacant, immediately you recruit. No, you have to get approval from the ministry to see if there is funds or not. Then let's go to health facilities. In health facilities, health center cities were supposed to have 350 workers, different categories. What we have, 240. We have a balance of 110. So it goes up from department to department. That's how those things are. If those funds are available, I've told the recruitment have been sent, the ban has been lifted. Those are the things we're going to do.
There is a young medical worker there. Where does he head to?
What?
There's a young medical worker there who wasn't.
And that's what you're saying. When government jobs are available, they make adverts. Those ones who feel capable and comfortable, they apply.
Okay.
And when they apply, don't think that you can advertise 2 jobs. You get
300 applicants. Selecting them, you can shortlist around 150. They go through a process, and those processes, they end up dropping some, and we end up with 6 numbers. Obviously, the percentage cannot be, it's not big, it's always, because the jobs are small, applicants are very many, so the process of selecting is always very tiresome and hard.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member, for that submission.
You.
We are going to wind it up there. Let me have the RCC to come and also give his final submission on this.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for giving me yet another opportunity. In the interest of time, I'm going to be brief and precise, and I would try to respond some issues.
We shall have some of those other conversation over. We have a number of refreshments behind there. So during that time, we shall engage.
Okay.
And people will have you one-on-one.
I believe most people have had concerns in regard to unemployment, largely because of the good programs of the NRM, probably. Because some of us who are a little bit older, there's a time when we used to sing certain songs, like we know the 6 killer diseases. Such songs do not have merit because the government has several interventions in the health management system that eradicated.
So RCC, because we are no longer dying of
yes.
So we have
now,
very many,
I want to give you. I want to give you the possible reasons. Yes, I want to give you the possible reasons why the population has increased and why we may need.
The honorable member is saying, so you want us to die?
No. I need protection, Right Honorable Speaker.
My honorable member, Mama, please give your submissions. That was a lighter moment.
Okay, that was a later moment. Yes. Now, I wanted to bring you to speed that the government has really done a lot to ensure that we have a very healthy population that is actually increasing, not by mistake, but because of those interventions. That comes with a lot of demand. Jobs inclusive. Now, the government, like I told you earlier on, has put in interventions that are intended to close these gaps.
Let me ask a question, because we're winding up, and when I see him holding this, I get scared. But they've talked about a number of dormant projects.
Yes.
A number of dormant. Please, let us start there, because there are so many. They could actually employ thousands and thousands of the youth.
One, I would like to applaud the Member of Parliament who raised it about the stalled projects. And
they're not even stalled, they're dormant.
Yeah, I think it means more or less the same. So I'm going to take it up. They are not in Fort Portal City.
A round of applause for the honorable member, because if he says he's going to take it up, maybe it was not.
I'm going to take it up because we cannot sit on as we watch government funds, public funds actually put to waste.
Okay.
People raised issues on PDM. The PDM, there are concerns about the youth, but the Right Honorable Speaker, the youth have an affirmative allocation of 30%, and the government intentionally put all the decision making in the PDM program at the parish level. Reason being, they want people to make the decisions for themselves. In the previous programs, people could blame the bureaucracy at the different higher levels. But now, this time around, the decision making is at a parish or a ward level in the cities. So I call upon the youth at their various wards to take interest about the decision making in regard to PDM and other programs. People raised an issue of startup capital. True, it is really a challenge for the various intakes in the youth skilling program. People have not been given startup capital, but the State House has taken it up, and actually we are bringing together the graduates of the previous intakes in 2 circles so that the government can not only give them startup capital, but also equipment.
And when is it bound to start?
It is bound to start soon because the preparations are ongoing. The commercial officers know about it. They are preparing these graduates into circles.
But are the graduates themselves very, very much aware in the general public?
We have,
it's one thing for it to be discussed, it's another thing for
we have a database of the people who have been skilled in the various intakes and those willing to join.
And finally?
I'd like to call upon honorable members of Parliament present today that as we discuss these issues, we should also see where the problem is coming from. when you listen to the various discussions, there's an element of mindset change. Despite the government having all these issues, programs in place to address unemployment, I wonder why some people still come up to complain. If the issue is about corruption, I think the best government that has fought corruption is this government. We have various entities and agencies of government.
We agree. If you have a submission, you put up your hand.
And I call upon all of you that the fight against corruption should be a collective one. You should not be. And two. Please. That's what I'm saying is a collective responsibility. Two, we all take cognizance, and the president is aware of this, that there is systematic corruption with the Public Service Commission at the various districts. He has mentioned it not once, not twice. But we can only address this if you people come up and tell us the truth. In most cases, some cases, the job seekers themselves tempt people heading these commissions with bribes. So it is a two-way traffic. Even you people who are job seekers, you should not give bribes. Yes. The issue of this one was arrested for other issues, not the industrial park. This one was arrested for.
No, the good thing, the one was arrested and the ones in charge. Please, why were you arrested? Let him tell us why he was arrested.
I know. I am the arresting officer.
I
am the one who heads the security in Porto City, and these are my residents. And they told. Yes, you are my residents. You are my residents.
So, at this point, I'm calling for order because we have the one that was arrested and the one that arrested him right here.
Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, all what we are talking about requires collective responsibility, and each one of us should do what is mandated of him or her.
Yes, for God and my
country.
Yes.
And I once again thank NTV for giving us this platform, and especially to the people.
Yes.
So, because we have gotten an opportunity for us to hear the views of the community members.
Yes.
And I promise, for those the issues that are factual, we are going to take them up, and you'll see a change. Thank you.
A round of applause to the RCC. And then another huge round of applause to NTV, People's Parliament, for bringing these views to the people. Thank you so much for being part of this August House. But I will not forget to thank the office of the cow. I will not forget to thank all the leaders at the district level for giving us a very conducive environment to be here in Tooro Sub-Region. We are warmly welcomed and would like to thank you for that. We didn't have any resistance when it came to accessing any facilities. Thank you so much. To all the honorable members who came here in person, I am so honored to have you. Thank you for your submissions. And at this point, I would like to adjourn this House by the powers vested in me as the Speaker of NTV People's Parliament. Until next time, see you then. All rise.